Alright, we are back. We are doing a lighter sponging of a bright Troll Slayer orange over the area. Just some slightly different colored corrosion toxins, a little bit sharper, a little more of a contrast with everything else we have. So, I'm trying to do this one-handed here. I've got a piece of plastic plate, the paint, some water, and I have two different sponges I've ripped up just to have some variation in the shape of the effect that we put on. So I'm going to use a little eyedropper here and get some paint out of the pot, and I'm going to put it on my plate right here. So we've got a good dollop of paint on there. And then I'm also going to grab some water. This was clean water until I put orange into it, so that's all that's in there. And I'm going to put some water in there. Thin this down quite a bit, and then I'll just grab my sponge that I'm going to throw over here, and I'm going to just use the sponge to mix up the paint water so that it's a little smoother. And then again, I'm doing this one-handed, so we'll take this stuff with me, and we'll place the plate here on this section I've done already. And then I'm going to grab this sponge, and I'm just going to lightly, I'm not looking for a big thick like we were with the brown. This is more of just a quick dab. You want just little pieces here and there. And I'm just going to do a couple tiles with the bigger sponge here. Notice I'm not refreshing the sponge every press here. I'm going to use up as much of the paint on here as possible. This is kind of a you have to get a feel for this, how much orange you want on your tiles. You can definitely be different based on what you're looking for. There's not a right answer here. Just looking for some spots to stick this other shape of the sponge. I'm not looking to put too much on here, but I do want some contrast, so I'm just kind of sticking it in here. I kind of like the way it mixes with the brown, so I'll put some near the browns, some of the browns, and then some I will put further away. So that's the sponging. I'll come back for a quick overshot after we finish the rest of the tiles. Okay, we have finished up. Basically just smatterings of orange everywhere. Tried to keep it a little bit random. Try not to follow a pattern. It's difficult. Definitely default to that. I want to do that. And I tried to get it up on the walls in spots too, not too thick in some places and a little bit more in others. You can kind of see up on the wall there. We got in, you can see the brown on the one side, some orange. Again, like I said, I like the contrast between the orange and the brown, so I kind of played off of that in a lot of spots where there was brown sponging spots. I kind of blended them in a little bit so that there was just a little bit of a transition from one to the other. So that's what we're looking for with the orange. Then we come back, we're going to do some bleached bone.